ChatGPT and AI tools have saved me hours of time and thousands of dollars in my business. After generating multiple six figures in my coaching and real estate business, I've cracked the code to a consistent flow of qualified inbound leads using organic content without burning out. In this video, I'll break down the exact strategies that I use to generate qualified, consistent leads from social media every day. Now, most people tell you to plan and post content, and the more you post, the more reach you will get, which will result in more leads. That's the recipe for burnout, my friends. What you post is just as important as the frequency of how many times you post. Before I jump into the content, there is an important distinction between the content and the packaging of the content. See, the content can be a simple script with me talking on the camera like I am right now. However, when you package the content nicely, it gets a lot more engagement. For example, if I'm talking about selling a house, I could say it on a camera like this, sitting in my house in my PJs, or I could be in the house showcasing the selling points of the house and actually doing a video tour while speaking of it. Same content, just packaged differently. And we both know which type of video will get more engagement. I'm gonna show you some of the topics I've found work like a charm and then touch on how to find such topics using ChatGPT. If you're interested in learning how to package content, comment viral below and I'll send you a step-by-step content packaging guide. With that said, let's jump into it. All right, so when it comes to actually generating business with organic posts, we follow a very systematic approach, right? So I'm going to jump into a few things here. When like essentially what type of posts to be posting, so the sequence of them, the how to find the viral topics that you can post to get better reach, how to essentially package the topics, so how to find topics and content that's already working very well and just repurpose it to your business and message. And then last but not least, how to touch on ChatGPT to come up with the content so you can essentially go from an idea to a post in minutes. So with that said, this is going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot of value shared in this video and I'm going to jump right into it. Okay, so first things first, when it comes to actually posting content, as I said earlier, there's the content itself and the packaging, right? They're both just as important. If I were to choose one, I would choose packaging more than the content because now we live in such a fast-paced world that people gravitate more towards something that's engaging rather than what it actually says, believe it or not. So with that said, I'm going to share my theme of how I like to post when I do post for real estate. So I start with a problem, right? So if there is a problem that your clients bring up in conversations, like where can I find cash flowing investments, or where can I like how do I get started with purchasing a home, or what do I do to essentially get pre-approved, or what is the difference between renting and buying, right? There's so many things that get brought up and we don't necessarily pay attention. So that's where I would start. It's almost like frequently asked questions that come up. Then what the authority looks like. So it's very important to have social proof, right? So this way you're able to actually show people that you have helped so many clients, of course, but then also you have this credibility that so many people have given you 5-star reviews. So why wouldn't somebody that you're about to work with give you the same type of appreciation? So social proof and authority is a little bit different. And just to kind of highlight that, authority is more so like your track record. Now, if you're brand new, you may not have a track record. Then you can start looking, like going back to why you joined real estate, or why you feel like you would be a great realtor. There's obviously a reason why you got licensed, and that's what we want to highlight in your posts, right? It could be your sales background, it could be your communication skills, it could be your taste with homes, it could be your interior design creativity, right? Whatever it is, should be highlighted in this type of a post, which is the authority and credibility. And then social proof, again, would be reviews or people that have given you interviews, right? My favorite way of getting a case study or a testimony is doing an interview with a client, because then I can actually get them to say what I want them to say. Like, how long did it take you to buy this home? How was the experience? How much did you save on the purchase, right? So these are things clients don't necessarily always bring up, but it's nice when you're having a conversation with them and you're actually able to bring it out of them. Then there is the essentially info and value, right? So this is kind of like the frequently asked questions, but it's more so educational. So it could be in the form of a reel, like a video you sharing with your audience, which I suggest is more effective, or an image post. And I'll share some examples of how to come up with this in just a minute. Then there is the personal posts, right? So this doesn't have to be real estate related. If you're a foodie, food related. If you like traveling, where you have been and what type of destinations you enjoy. If you like sports, the gym, you're a health geek, whatever that case may be, even if it's just motivational quotes, that helps with the algorithm and with people knowing that you're not just a business minded person. You actually have a life, you actually have a family or a personal touch to everything you do. Now, I'm going to share some examples with you of what I had come up with when it comes to posts, right? This is one of them. Renting versus owning. This is catered to first-time buyers for the most part. Now, how did I come up with such a post? Let me give you some thoughts, food for thought, right? So first thing is I posted let's just say I went into ChatGPT, of course, that's kind of where I live by. And I posted in suggest, let's say, right here, share an Instagram post to provide the difference between renting or buying a home in the Greater Toronto area. You can put in any city or country you'd like. And then it spits out literally everything word by word on what you should post. And then it also gives you the visual suggestions. Now, ChatGPT isn't at the place where you can actually start creating visuals. It is a little glitchy with that, but there is Canva to post content or come up with designs. And I'll have another video on that very soon, so you can start leveraging that. But as it stands, this post alone is enough for you to use Canva to come up with the graphics, right? That's what I did when I came up with this post. All you have to do is find a template, right? And matter of fact, if I were to even show you that, I'm just gonna log in here. So as you can see here, I've logged into my Canva account, and all I did is typed in renting versus buying. And it literally gave me so many examples of templates I can use to just revamp. So all I have to do is customize this template and I can start using it. Now, the good thing is that all I have to do is just add more pages and I can add more text to this post. There's multiple other themes you can use, but this is just to show you how seamless it can be. It shouldn't even take you more than 10 minutes to make a post at this point, right? So with that said, this is for, let's just say, investing. Renting or buying a home. If there's a seller, if you're looking to provide seller tips, this is what I had come up with, right? Knowing your why. This is all ChatGPT related. So let's just say I want to come up with posts like this. I would just go into ChatGPT and say, share an Instagram post about selling your home in the GTA. Provide the pros and cons and keep it simple with a clear call to action to have the reader reach out to me. There we go. So now ChatGPT will spit out the actual content that I could be posting not give them exact details, right? And it's simple because that's what I've asked for. People don't like to have extremely wordy content around this, right? It's even given me exact prompts on how to post it, like slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. So ChatGPT has gotten very good over the years now, and I highly recommend leveraging it. Now, moving on to the packaging element, right? We've gone through the content, and there's a lot of examples in here. If you like this document in terms of just knowing how to post and have some examples, just comment content below and we'll share our content calendar with you. Now, the packaging element's very different, right? So let's say you have a realtor that you know is doing really well, right? Let's just say that's Ryan Serhant, for example. There we go. Ryan Serhant, 2.4 million followers. Obviously, he's big in real estate. So I'm going to use his handle, right? So we got Ryan Serhant right here. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in right here. Now, for those of you that don't know this tool, it's called Vyral Finder. And this tool basically gives you the most liked, engaged with, or viewed content on every profile that you type in here. It takes a little bit to load, but once you have that, now you can look at the content that has been getting the best reach and replicate that instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, right? All right, so after looking at Ryan's profile, I don't feel like it's fair for somebody starting out to look at him as someone you want to model because he's at a very different stage in real estate. So what I did instead is I went into the search and I just typed in real estate agents, right? And then I did a search right here. And now it just pops up a lot of accounts, so it should be popping up accounts. Let's see, real estate agent. Let's see, yeah, it's showing me posts, and it's giving me some suggestions at the bottom here. So let's say I go to Knighton Investors, for example, right? Knighton Advisors. Now, they don't have much of a following, so I wouldn't really choose them as a good example. So moving on, let's say we go to Taylor, right? Taylor Tom's realtor. She's a solo realtor and seems like pretty active, 1,300 posts, good sample size. So I'm going to go ahead and search. I'm going to copy that and put it into the Vyral Finder. So let's go to user search. Let's type this one in. This program, just so you know, is free to try. I think they give you like 3 or 4 accounts you can search before it prompts you to pay. And when it asks you to pay, it's very minimal. It's like $10-$20 a month. It's a joke. So definitely recommend it. All right, so I did go ahead and find the results for Taylor's account here. And it's pretty interesting, right? As usual, the most likes that she got on her posts were on her personal posts. It's quite normal, but there are some reels that she's posted around essentially just kind of memes, right? So just like one sentence there. It's just a TikTok, which is literally like, barely like 3 seconds long, and she got 225 likes, 29 comments on it. So quite engaging, right? But we can go a step further and go with comments, right? And then we can start seeing, okay, she's getting a lot of comments when she's in her office, putting up a sold sign. So we can start thinking about putting up a sold sign in our office and think about how sold over asking in one day. Of course, my sellers is feeling good, right? So this is kind of her client that's feeling great. And then, she's posted that up, but you could just put yourself up and say sold over asking if a client works with me, right? Just a different way of saying the same thing, but now it's going to get interest because we know that posts like this do get interest. Then there are ones that have like, PSA, so purchase sale agreement to my buyers. Your first time home does not have to look perfect when you buy it, right? So this is an example of essentially just her using Canva, putting up a comment in there, and then just saying before, and then there's an after, right? So this could be a DIY project you did of your own house, or it could be one that you have with clients, right? Whatever the case is, this is a great way to showcase a before and after. And then there is more around her talking.
Hi everybody, my name is Taylor Durrison and I am a real estate agent with Remax Realtron Turnkey in Newmarket. I have...
Right, so I'm not going to get into exact like the verbiage that she uses here, but my point is that you can hear out the content. You don't even have to really go through the whole like video. You could just get the first few seconds to get a sense of what she's doing, and then package it so you're talking about your expertise in your video, right? So there's plenty of examples here. I even have done another user search. Let's just see if I can find it. Results right there. Right, so there's this other account, Arusha Chaudhary. She has quite a few followers, about 14,000, just with 250 posts. So obviously she's doing something very different, which is getting even more results. It's stuff like property tours, which you can actually do with your own phone, believe it or not, right? This is probably a lot more, let's just say, it has a lot more visuals and professional photography done. But for example, this one, there's three properties on for sale in this community.
Hi guys, here we are in Caledon today, located in a community built by Beaver Hall.
Right, so she's talking about some unique homes in her neighborhood and having a quick video about it, right? And she's gotten plenty of comments here. Another one here, plenty of comments. So think about what others are doing that's already getting engagement and repackage it for yourself. That's what I'm really getting at here. This sums up the content creation piece and how to come up with your own content here. Like I said, if you'd like the content calendar that I'm using, or the link that I'm essentially the website I'm using to find content that you can repackage, or for that matter, just how to like prompts around what to use for ChatGPT, comment content calendar below and I'll share our entire content blueprint. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe for more videos like this where I walk you through how to scale your business with organic and paid social media strategies as a real estate agent. Until next time, peace.